Good evening, race fans. Welcome into the famous Darlington Raceway, home of tonight's eNASCAR Road to Pro qualifying series, round number 1, race 7 here tonight for 120 laps. Got 2 laps of qualifying to set the grid here tonight. 4 sets of tires for these drivers aspiring to move on to the contender round, and 2 green-white checkers to settle it if need be. As always, here with my commentator, Art. How we doing?
I'm doing great. We're back 2 weeks later for another round of Road to Pro.
Here at the Darlington Raceway, throwback weekend for the next-gen guys, the Cup guys, whatever you call them. And then I believe we've seen a couple guys make announcements on Twitter that we'll be seeing some throwback paint schemes here as well tonight. So excited to see what everyone brings to the track. Let's go ahead and get you into the on-track action as qualifying is already underway. Currently top of the board is Ty Severa.
Spencer Kostowicz have been a strong player in third split. He's a close P2.
Already halfway through with qualifying. A couple of new names I see here. Cade McClenny, Dalton Millam, Cody Harris. Johnny Avila making his third split debut, goes 9th quickest. The 24 machine sets off on his first lap. Heading down the back straightaway, the Boeing backstretch. Into the tight turn number 3, which is tighter than 1 and 2 due to the local pond that was around when this racetrack was originally built all the way back. They did not want to disturb the local fishing area, so that's why everyone gets the Darlington stripe in turns 3 and 4. New setups are dog water, according to Wesley Parker. Cody A. Harris with a respectable lap time goes 4th quickest at a 28.87.
I feel like Wesley's saying that because he's currently sitting P24.
It happens to the best of us. Actually, P25, but I get it.
No, I think he just dropped.
Here's Blake Neer, hoping to go near the top of the timing charts. Came up with that all on my own. Number 10 on his second lap will go not near the top, but he goes to the top. You're welcome for the name pun. Only man in the 28.7s. Good lap there from the 10 machine.
I gotta believe his Q setup is not dog water.
Lane Graves, another newcomer here to this third split. He crosses the line with only 15 seconds. 23 machine will not have time to complete that second lap. You see him fighting the wheel in the cockpit already. The clock strikes 5 minutes, and we are done with qualifying. Blake Neer and Ty Severa, your front row here this evening. Let's take a look at tonight's starting grid in this pivotal Road to Pro race here. Blake Neer, Ty Severa, 42 of a second separating your top 3. You can see we've tried to fill in the team information as best we can, but we keep getting more and more drivers that come in and out of third split. It kind of hard to keep track of, but Elliott Sadler Esports front row, Legacy Esports, Nexus, Ryko, the team.
I think the worst one is Johnny Avila, P12. We know who he races for. He's got our logos on the car.
Indeed he does.
At least I think he does.
Did not have his driver information before this evening.
Got Tyler Davala back in third split.
See it here will be your 35 drivers. Taking 33 that said you don't have 35 here tonight. Look at that. So not a full field. That changes things up just a bit. Go ahead and pull up the timing ticker here. We'll get our picks to win.
He wants to crank it up on lap 22.
He can make that happen.
I don't think we've ever seen a crank it up redemption for a specific lap.
Well, we'll go ahead and somebody keep track of that for me, and I'll do it. You're waiting for the rest of the field to grid up. Timmy Paccioli fan club back here this week. Love to see it. Be starting P26.
I like how they just call him Timmy P.
Yeah, Timmy P.
If I had to type out that last name, I would do the same.
And save some time.
So we're going to try and get some picks to win in?
Picks to win. Become accustomed to these third split guys. Pretty clean. Can get hairy if needed. Go ahead and give me... Oh, man. Got some good names here. Give me...
You better hurry up.
Give me Caden Rush, P4. Or P3,
Caden Rush. I'm going Austin G. Johnson, previous third split winner, starting P8 right now. I have faith.
Bad pick here. Solid picks.
I don't think there's a bad pick in the field, except maybe Tyler Duvall. So, Ty Severa, Caden Rush, and Austin G. Johnson gonna have bad races.
Got a Johnny Avila pick starting from 12th, and we are underway as Blake Neer gets a great jump, and first three are ready single file. Right around this top 10, looking side by side for the first lap.
Cars fighting to try and get position on the high side.
Track fishing
I've seen a couple tap the wall.
Cars
We're about to be wide in the back.
I believe that was Craig Janzak that might have hit the wall. He way down to the bottom of the racetrack on the backstretch, almost 3 wide entering turn number 3 here. Nice trying to make up positions on this first lap. Restart's the best way to do it. Timmy P in the 19, he's up 3 spots.
And Timmy P, your biggest mover so far.
4 spots in a lap and a quarter. Dalton Millum. Move up into the top 5. But the top 4 all holding station right now. Blake Neer already out to 0.6 of a second lead, 0.2 quicker than Ty Severa on that lap.
Oh, Money Shift Racing with a late pick for Johnny Avila.
Sits 12th position right now. A lot of single file action.
I mean, you're going to have that when you got 120 laps, but here about 420th, got trucks going 2 wide.
Kylo Wynn picks up a spot on Cade McClenney there for 14th. Further back, Dalton Collins trying to pick up a spot on Michael Venable. Just behind them, Brad Newman. The Timmy P going at it, the 19 inside of the 3 here, down the Boeing backstretch. Brad Newman with the runoff of turn number 2, though, looks to hold onto his top 20 position side by side behind them, John Jenkins and Craig Janzak.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of single file for the first probably 60 laps, if not more. Because it's 120 laps. We're going to have green flag pit stop cycles. There's no reason to get crazy. And it's going to be hard to pass. If you make the move to go past, you're going to burn your stuff up and you're going to start falling to the back.
Especially with 2 weeks of prep time for all these teams looking to advance into the Contender Series. They have plenty of time to work on their setup. So a lot of these guys will have pretty decent speed. It's going to be about the tire management week in and week out. That's what we've seen here. The long runs make the difference. It's going to be about minimizing mistakes. The third split has been very clean week in and week out. So it's going to be about nailing the green flag pit stops. We've seen how difficult the Darlington pit entrance is. So it's going to be about maximizing your time on and off a pit road, making sure you get the best entrance, best exit without speeding, without spinning out, getting onto pit road. It's about keeping it out of the wall and minimizing those Darlington stripes.
I feel like I know why you're asking who streams Split 2, but that would be Fireball Talks NASCAR.
Look at the 26, though. John Jenkins already got a little bit of left rear damage here, and right rear to go with it. And he is down 2 spots as a result. Timmy Pacioli, he's up 5, has cracked the top 20. 19 machine making it look easy so far. Now he's got some decent long run speed as he sets off after Dalton Collins. And there was some interesting on-track altercations with Tyler Groff and Wesley Parker. Get back up and find anything. See anything here? Tyler is ahead of Wesley Parker by about half a second. Austin.
You can take that up with Wesley Parker in chat.
Davala. That would be why our boy is running straight last right now. All the way back on lap 6. Well, while we're waiting for the tire management to start being more and more important, let's take a look at what happened to Tyler Davala to put him into this 33rd and final spot after contact with Wesley Parker on lap number 6. Here we go. That's going at it back in the pack. The 18 of Parker sends it in on the bottom, 3 wide, comes up and into the outside wall. Tyler Davala goes to 28, making evasive action there. That was Colton
That
J.
really
Harvey.
could have been bad for a lot of cars there, or a lot of trucks.
Unfortunate for the 27 machine. Definitely got that right front damage, that dreaded 13.5 seconds or what it might be. Right rear damage to boot. It actually might be worse than that. Got some battling inside the top 10. Robbie Keneally and Tommy Gossett battling away here for the 8th position.
Johnny Avilo fighting for his spot. Able to hold off Carson Bowers.
Swap positions, so 11 and 12 changing hands. A little bit further back, Kyler Wentz still on the move. He's up 2 spots here in the early going, looking to take the 12th spot away from Carson Bowers. And just behind that, Duarto Lamperti battling away with Michael Venable. Pacioli's up 6 spots, continuing his charge throughout the field. And oh, the forward's going to get loose right in front of him. Michael Venable. Great save from the 4 machine. Let's see
Oh, the 3 machine into the outside wall. They're scattering.
It's Brad Newman, 3 wide, entering turn number 3. Let's see if this had any help here. He just got freaked out by the 4 machine. That's exactly what happened. Messed up his mojo. The 26 got into the side of him as well. Here's Michael Venable. Let's see if he got any help from Timmy Pacioli here. Oh, he absolutely
He got a lot of, yeah. That is a lot of help here.
They checked up directly in front of him. Timmy just not able to see it. And he'll be up another position here into the 18th position. Probably not how he would have wanted to complete that pass, but still a long way to go. Going to have to put it behind him. But there was a checkup here. Cade McClenny, Rocky Boyd, and Eduardo Lamperti. 3 cars pretty much under a blanket.
I do love the look of, I believe that's Cade McClenny? Yeah, the Firebird scheme. Not sure it entirely fits on a truck, but I'm a big fan.
30 of Rocky Boyd, side by side off of turn number 4. Rocky with a half a trunk length, now a whole truck length ahead. So he heads into turn number 1. Lamperti following right behind him, does the slide job. Here comes Timmy Pacioli. And going back stretch here, working lap number 16. We might have a battle for the lead brewing here. Ty Severa closed up to within 1.5 truck lengths of Blake Neer.
The only truck within a second of the leader.
Caden Rush holding steady 1.1 seconds back. Spencer Koskowitz, 1.5 seconds back. Dalton Miller holding serve in the 5th position, 2.5 seconds back.
Yeah, just a single file train around the outside of this racetrack.
Not for 25th on back here. This pack being led by Brad Newman. There's got some damage, so these guys are going to be wanting to get around him as quickly as possible. Wesley Parker, Hunter Johnson, Isaac Gahn, the 32.
Yeah, they're going at it. I'm surprised that truck did not
loose
go
off of turn
around.
number 2. Things are getting squirrely back here, just outside the top 25.
I don't think they're going to be any nicer.
Trying to find a way around. Trying to get that run off the high side. It has somewhat settled down. The only one going side by side now is that 30. 20,
I was going to say, that 32 machine is really loose on the exit of the corners. Like, he keeps having to, or the drivers behind him have to keep checking up on him.
So they're gone. Blade to save that truck down the back straightaway. He's got a little bit of right rear damage.
New Johnny Avila looking to make moves, potentially get himself in the top 10.
Collins gets in the spot on Cade McClenny. We're here with the 9 truck. He's trying to get around Tommy Gossett, and that got really close to the outside retaining wall. That'll put him under pressure from Kyler Wynn heading into turn number 3.
Yeah, getting around Gossett's going to be no easy task, though.
Jack Coyne had just bounced off turn 3 wall there. He's going to be under pressure from Gossett here, potentially, but a little side by side here. 11th position. See a whole lot of 2 wide normally at Darlington. Wheel is going to have to back out of it, and he'll be under pressure from Carson Bowers. Here through turn number 3, again, the 22 closes right up to the back bumper of Blake Neer for the race lead, but lap number 22 will crank it up here for Wesley Parker, just as we promised, right as the battle for the lead kicks off.
Into the outside wall. I believe that's a 3 machine of Brad Newman.
And he was all over the turn 3 and 4 wall. Heavy right side damage for the 3 machine. He'll be down to the 28th position. Kyler Wynn making a move now on.
Ooh, Colin J. Harvey now into the outside wall.
Kyler Wynn up 5 spots. He's cracked the top 10. Johnny Avila starting to drop back just ever so slightly. He did get passed by Carson Bowers. Just behind him, Andrew Bayash the 3rd.
I believe there's a truck coming into pit.
It is Isaac Gahn. And he is done for the evening, as towed to pit lane.
You could say he is gone.
About this battle for the race lead, though, Ty Severa does get the move done. Let's take a look at how he did it. Down into turn number 1, got a great exit. Blake Neer just kind of gives him the position. 22 is putting immense pressure. Gonna get that job done. Let's see if Blake's got anything he can fight back with. Lap number 26. It had been all Blake Neer for the first 24 laps of this race. Now it's Ty Severa's turn as the front 2 have swapped around. Craig Janzak and Garrison Hogan going side by side here for the 22nd position. The 7 and the 8. And for a lot of these guys, if they can just get half a truck inside, they're on the outside might be forced to concede that spot. You just don't know if the guy's going to come up midway to the corner and stuff you in the outside wall. Brad Newman dealing with that damage. Gonna brave around the outside. 23 gets a little tight on the bottom. Off of each other.
I'm surprised Brand's able to keep up with some of these trucks, but then again, a lot of these are looking a little damaged.
Heavy right rear damage on the 23, but he completes the pass nonetheless. Out for 16th, and as you can see there, Alton Collins being let through by the 19, and that'll put Rocky Boyd into the mix in the 30 truck. Timmy P up 8 spots. Matt Kocher, he's up 6 spots, and Kyle Lewin up 5 spots. He goes in on Jack Coyne. Quarter of a way through this race almost, and instantly the thing that sticks out to you the most is just how quick these tires are dropping off. The best lap of the race was a 29.30 for Blake Neer, but his last lap was a 31.12. So heavy fall off for these guys. They're just trying to manage what they got.
Do we really consider 2 seconds and 30 laps that heavy a fall off? I think we're about to be 3 wide. Back here with Johnny Avila. Oh, yeah.
33 Luardo backed out of it wisely. Johnny Avila gets back by Carson Bowers. Will be under pressure again by the 33. We see a lot of guys with right side damage earning their Darlington stripes early tonight. Get it out of the way, and we can move on side by side here again for 13th.
Some of these drivers didn't really earn them. They were kind of forced to get them.
See there, the 33 bogged down on the bottom of the exit of the corner, and is up with the 15 in great position. Maintain the momentum through turn number 3. Looks like he's doing a fine job of that right now. And off of turn number 4, down the front stretch they head. And Andrew Fayash, half a truck length ahead. 33 will still stick it in on the bottom. He'll yield the position, fall back in line.
Ooh, he almost got that left rear.
Collins is like what he's seeing. Hopefully he's going to pull it up to this battle, and Michael Bellman trying to lead a group of drivers back up to the top 15 as well. Tell you what now, this looks like it might be Ty Severa's race. He's already pulled out to a second gap over Blake Neer. I picked to win since comfortably in the 3rd position. Nexus Esports driver.
My pick to win still in his original starting position. Austin G. Johnson.
Sitting 8th. Might not be there for much longer. Kyler Wynn on the move. Austin trying to get by Robbie Keneally at the same time as well. Kocher up 7 spots. Garrison Hogan up 6. Cioli, 7. Side by side now for that 8th position. Here comes Kylo Wynn to the inside of Austin Johnson. Austin will yield that position. Jack Coyne going right up to the back. Carson Bowers. Andrew Fayash going at it again. Here's the 33 still in the mix. These same 3 trucks not been able to separate themselves from one another. Off of turn number 2. Saw earlier on Twitter today his paint scheme a throwback to honor his uncle Tyler Boyd. Cool to see that.
I want to talk about the fact that Ty Severa out to a 2.5 lead and pulling on 2nd place.
10th to that last lap, he is sitting comfortable right now, especially as Blake here comes under pressure from my pick to win, Caden Rush. There's always something nice you like to see as a racing driver. Nothing out in front of you. There's Caden Rush. He's looking to the inside. Spencer Kostowick's going to have a front row seat.
I'm going to go see if I can get some information for us. I'm going to see the fuel run.
Change of second position here. Spencer Kostowick's the Ryko driver trying to put himself up into the podium spots as Blake Neer starting to struggle with his tires just a little bit. Get down the front stretch. It's pretty much second on back to sixth, all in the line. 0.8 of a second separating them. Avila is looking pretty quick here in this clean air as he tries to close up to the top 10. 1.2, much quicker than one of his fellow competitors.
I believe the fuel run is like about 50 laps, potentially some drivers coming in earlier, but it would be very hard to make it a one-stopper.
Battle here. Carson Bowers almost 3 wide on the front stretch, and the 15 machine. Andrew Fayash going to get turned, slide up the racetrack. Rocky Boyd nowhere to go. The 7 collected as well.
Wrecking.
Oh my goodness. 3 wide on the front stretch, and it ends in disaster. We've seen these guys battling away. Carson Bowers, 33 truck of, I believe that was Luardo Lamperti. They've been going at it for so long. 15 trying to stick it up under there. 33 is going to get a run. Makes it 3 wide. Just not sure what happened there. He locked the brakes up. Then let it slide again, so I don't know. Rocky Boyd, know where he could have done. And then here, nothing the 7 could have done. But let's go on board here. 33. Let's get a look at this. Did he come up? Did the 15 come down? He's clearly made a move to the inside. 15 comes down a little bit below that seam. The 15 came down there a little bit. 33 comes up the slightest little bit, but 33 is very consistent being in that kind of third seam, and don't think the 15 knew that 33 was there. Definitely comes down a little bit.
You definitely don't expect someone to be up under you. Like, you don't expect 3 wide at Darlington.
Especially entering turn 1, and Rocky Boyd just gets killed. Absolutely nothing the 30 could have done on that first hit. He's sitting here watching it all unfold, and I hope he's going to lock the brakes up, and then he just continues to roll, and then right there, I don't even think had enough time to realize maybe he could have 7 machine, Garrison Hogan, nothing he could have done. So, a lot of places to hide here at Darlington. Let's go on board here with the 7 machine.
I'm going to say, is this one of the few times where we're not going to say Rocky Boyd moment? Because it really wasn't as, like, just not a lot you can do there.
I'm sure Garrison might have wanted him to hold the brakes a little bit, but yeah, very aggressive move there from the 33, but I don't think he's actually at fault there. I believe the 15 came down, but definitely put him in a bad spot. Nonetheless, early on in the race, putting him 3 wide into the front stretch, it ends up exactly as you would suspect.
There had to be some pit shenanigans going on because Caden Rush has come out the leader. Ty Severa has dropped all the way down to 9th.
I'm surprised that the 15 actually didn't have more damage. I know obviously Garrison Hogan and Rocky Boyd got the worst of it, but I guess it was on the door. Surprised he was able to get out so quickly. He won't have any speed, but he's coming back down. Surprised he didn't have any required repairs, but yeah, that'll tie Severe down. 9th, like you said. Caden Rush. Good work by the 1 crew. See what they can do on fresh tires as the track has rubbered up a bit. Dalton Millam in play. Kyler Wynn with a great pit stop. Jimmy Baccioli picked up a couple of spots there on pit road. Matt Coacher's up 13. Big losers here tonight. Isaac Gahn already out of this race. Pulled off under green flag conditions. Rocky Boyd and Garrison Hogan out of the race as well due to that caution right around third of the way into the race here this evening. Wesley Parker still on pit road, trying to fix some damage to the 18 machine. Will be Caden Rush and Blake Neer. The quickest car on track will be restarting here in the 10th position.
See what he can do, in traffic. See if it's just been potentially the setup, or if getting through traffic here is going to be a problem. I feel like it's going to be a problem.
Hey, everyone coming in. Lap number 40 here. Everyone got fresh tires. We'll see what they can do here on the restart. We'll see if cautions breed cautions. Tyler Duvall, that caution was great for him as he tries to fix some damage. Pace car makes that very hard left-hand turn. Get back underway here on lap number 44. Field in tow by Caden Rush, and he is gone. Back underway. Field already starts to span out. You can see all this action here right at the top 10. Side by side entering turn number 1. As the top 2 get clear side by side. The 16 and the 25. Oh, we got caution for the back. Johnny Avila involved.
Oh, no.
The 9 machine is spun around. Looked to be a whole lot of damage. Let's take a look at what happened. Definitely some right rear damage.
They just wreck in front of him. And, he just gets collateral. But luckily, yeah, it's just a little bit of contact with that right rear. Hopefully it's not a lot.
Should be fine, but let's see what kicked this off here. Looks to be Severa. So yeah, you lose spots on pit road and look where it gets you. You get some right rear damage out of it, but the big loser is probably Carson Bowers. Gets put hard at the inside wall. Timmy Pacioli getting involved as well. Ty Severa, arguably the fastest truck on the racetrack, loose back in traffic, and nowhere to go. The 4 picks up a bit of damage as well for his troubles. Michael Venable. Definitely cautions, breeding cautions here. Back half of the field coming back in. What hurts one Express Esports driver in Johnny Avila will help out another in Tyler Davala as he seeks to continue to get his damage fixed. Andrew Fayash will try and fix some damage. Carson Bowers is going to come down and fix some damage, as is Brad Newman. John Jenkins. Both incidents involving Timmy Pacioli tonight happened right in front of him. Still got most of a truck underneath him. We'll see what he can do. He's already made a bunch of moves through the field, and he'll have to continue to do so the rest of the way here this evening.
I mean, I've got to wonder if Blake Neer's going to try and put on more of a fight on the restart. Or any driver, you don't want to let a man, get out to a lead. We saw what Ty Severa could do with it.
He's coming back down again. He'll have to be restarting way in the back. The Elliott Sadler Esports driver.
Maybe he expects some more, shenanigans.
Some adversity here as we approach the midway point of the race here for your outside pole sitter. Just in fixing damage. Brad Newman coming out of the pits. Andrew Fayash on Jenkins and Carson Bowers. Tyler Ball looks to be... He's still got that right front. Pretty... Got a nice sized hole in it, so that'll definitely be affecting the car, making sure crew's done as much as they possibly can. Get ready to get back underway here.
Now we got to get with, you know, Express. Get that man a new truck on track right now.
Get out the backup car. They got a spare car they can just put in the middle of the race, right?
Who would complain? Probably all the other drivers, but...
Here's a name I haven't heard before, and he's doing very well, flying under the radar, keeping it clean. Dimitri Y. eNASCAR. He is in the 14th position. He's up 10 spots right now. Definitely one of the more unique names I've had to pronounce.
Central Eastern Europe. So, yeah. Just gonna call him Dimitri.
Dimitri Y. English is English, which most of the time it's not. It is eNASCAR. Just call him Dimitri Y. Making his third split debut here this evening. Doing a nice job. Matt Kocher is your biggest mover. He is up 16 spots. Lights are out on top of the pace car. We'll make that hard left-hand turn down pit road. Field in hand with Caden Rush, who goes early and is clear. We are back underway here. Lap number 49.
Yeah, Blake Neer not really caught sleeping. It's just there's not much you can do when you don't control the race.
So Kostowicz makes up a move there on the 16 machine. The field hopes to work off a turn number 2 this time without incident as they fan out way in the back.
They were looking to almost be 3 wide back there.
Starts the easiest way to make up positions, push up the field. 2 wide's difficult here for drivers in real life. Managed to make it through here. They go mostly single file, and the 8 machine's going to get turned. Craig Jant. Zach, what a save by the 8 machine. He's going to get some help here. I believe it was the 13 machine of Hunter Johnson. Johnny Avila sneaks through on the outside. What a save for the 8. His tires are going to be too pleased, but at least he's got a truck under him still. Let's put 20th on back in a hole as Wesley Parker's under some pressure. A lot of guys back here with damage. Darlington stripes earned early and often. I'm surprised that 15 has a truck left at all. Ty Severa is back on pit road. Your outside pole sitter with an absolute disaster of a race here in the last 10 laps. Let's see if anything happened to him here. He just elected to come in. Potentially got a black flag, but he's back out. Multiple laps down, so a disaster. 22 machine of Ty Severa.
He's still back out, so he's not giving up. Like it wasn't
flag on the restart. He came down multiple times to fix damage, so that wasn't the issue. Not involved in anything. He'll be the first car laps down, so he's hoping for a lot of chaos the rest of the way. Blake Neer trying to get back to where he started this race from, putting Caden Rush under a lot of pressure. The top 4 under a blanket. Kyler Wynn making a move here for 3rd down the back straightaway. And Spencer gives that position up. Johnny Avila had that nice move. Gained a couple spots on that restart. He's under pressure, though, from Dimitri Y. And Leonardo Lamperti. Fight back, and Dimitri losing a couple spots there in the corner. Making 3 spots in 2 sequences of corners. Johnny Avila back up to 16th.
We've got the top 3 trucks.
Oh, there goes the 31 Dimitri! No caution, he keeps it saved.
Although there might be, they're going back up on track right in front of
Carson
traffic.
Bowers has significant damage here. Let's take a look at what happened.
incredible.
Oh, he
that
throws
was
a
not
block
caution.
on Craig Janzak, and it doesn't work. The two machine. Tyler Groff, the 8, stuffs it in the outside fence. The 19, Timmy Paccioli, picks up 4 or 5 spots. And what in the world was that? Dimitri, I know we're green, but he gets passed by 3 or 4 guys. And I'm thinking, all right, just going to be a little conservative. We don't have the speed. We'll give up the spots, and that's fine. And he just throws a block. Craig going to get right reared into the wall. And just complete chaos in the back of the pack.
Yeah, very unnecessary blanc there when we're not even halfway through this race. And for like
more damage.
20th.
A lot of guys with significant damage.
He's about to wreck Brad Newman.
What? Something happened here with Tyler Duvall and Brad Newman. Let's back it up. Got into it there, but that would be unhappy about. Ooh. Brad stuffs it in the wall and gives Duvall more damage, and here comes Duvall, here comes Dimitri, and might be Tyler Duvall's night. Up at the front, it's not Blake Neer putting Caden Rush under pressure, it's Kyler Wynn.
And I think he's gonna have it.
3/4 of a truck in front, and now a whole truck. New leader, Kyler Wynn, up 14 spots. How about it? The Canadian driver. Things have definitely gotten chippy here. No cautions, but guys just racing very aggressive, not even halfway. Spread this one on top of all back out on the track. He just decided to run the apron. Nice Severa back out. Dimitri obviously with some damage.
I feel like that's pretty concerning from Tyler. Have my concerns about that boy.
A long second half of racing.
Tyler Wynn has like immediately pulled out a lead here.
He's definitely come alive here as the sun starts to set, as the track continues to grip up. And Blake Neer trying to get that second position back. Now Ty Severa has other things to worry about, and the fact that Tyler Duvall is ahead of him a lap down. If caution were to come out, Love Tyler's got our logo on the front of the car, but it would go to a truck that is clearly not in full working condition. Severa 23.5 seconds back. He'll have to close that gap down.
I am perfectly fine with Tyler Duvall getting a Mickey Mouse lucky dog.
Absolutely. Johnny Avila continues to make his way back up inside the top 15.
Oh, is that Brad Newman? Engine blown?
It is engine blown there on the 3 machine. Heavy damage to the front of that 3. Let's see if he put it in the wall, or what made it potentially pop.
I think it just finally blew.
Down the front straightaway, and there it goes into turn number 1. His night will be done. A couple free spots for drivers at the back to scratch and claw their way at. This Hornet's nest of trucks right here, all nose to tail. If anyone slips up, hits the wall, it could be trouble. Harvey rides 13th position. He's up 17 spots, as is Matt Kocher. Harris putting Dalton Millam under pressure while being under pressure from Robbie Keneally. That one for second, still heating up as Caden Rush has a 2.5 truck length lead over Blake Neer.
And Kyler Wynn has about a second lead on them.
Yeah, 3 trucks out of this race. Garrison Hogan, Rocky Boyd, and Isaac Gahn. Dimitri White. Hold on, on track, multiple laps down. Brad Newman also now out of this race as well with the blown engine. Ty Severa laps down, and Tyler Davala 1 lap down currently. With that caution coming out on lap number 40, and then the subsequent caution on that restart. And the last put it on lap 45. And go the furthest on fuel. Should be able to get to a one-stop from here once they run the tanks completely empty. This is definitely now fallen into a single file. Who can manage their tires the best here. Roughly 20 laps since our last caution. 26 cars on the lead lap. Tyler Davala 1 down, Ty Severa 2 down, and Dimitri Y Hennessy 3 laps down. So this 28 has some decent speed. As does Matt Coach, who got around him. He's in team positions. Kyler Wynn has come alive here at the halfway point of this race at 14 positions. Had some good work on our first caution of the night. Got several spots gained in the pits, and now he's pulling away 1.17 seconds ahead of Caden Rush.
Yeah, I believe Kyler was one of the biggest movers during that first green flag run. I believe he went from 15th to top 10, and then through the pit stop cycle was able to gain even more, and just decided it is my time, and is trying to walk away with that lead.
Grave getting passed. Michael Venable. There's some serious heat here from Matt Kocher, and he'll give the spot up into turn number 1. Venable.
A little bit of a battle here with Dalton Milne, Cody Harris, and Rami Keneally. Cody Harris really trying to be the aggressor to get into the top 5. Just not able to make it work. Not being on the high side is not working out for these guys.
I'm curious to see what the 33 machine does. Been pretty aggressive. Got some Darlington stripes on the right side. He'll pick up a spot on Colton J. Harvey as well. All in the hornet's nest here from roughly 11th, 17th, maybe 18th. And Ty Severa is closing in on Tyler Davala. We'll see how that progresses, but it doesn't look like we have any potential cautions. I could be wrong. Johnny Avila under pressure from Lane Graves, and then just ahead of them, Colton J. Harvey.
Kind of hard to say, oh, no cautions really there, but like, gosh, could happen at any point.
Definitely can. We've seen stranger things happen, but nobody's single file or a mistake or over aggressive. Avila definitely in the mix for a decent finish here.
I mean, a decent finish for some positions.
11th place directly in front of him. And second ahead. Kostovic still trying to break into the top 3. Cody Harris makes a run down the Boeing backstretch. Millum.
Ooh, Tommy Gossett trying to stick it on the outside of Austin G. Johnson, not able to make the move.
Look to the inside in turn number 1, just not close enough yet. Truck back as they head into turn number 2. Andrew Fayash has been lapped in this process. He was involved in our first caution of the night. Heavy damage to pretty much the entire truck. He is the first one down. This is kind of the battle we're watching, though, waiting for something to pop off here. Who can kind of separate themselves from this group of the top 15 and advance towards that top 10. We're past halfway, and we're heading into the final corner of this race. Will looks to have a solid long-run car, but he's under pressure, and he's pressuring others, and here comes, actually the 28 coming in. Colton J. Harvey going to come in and be the first to pull the trigger on green flag pit stops.
I was actually just about to talk about it. I was saying, If I was going to make the call, I'd make the call early, get on new tires, and make moves while there's potentially some clear track around.
Especially if you're in this gaggle of trucks right here. Get out, get some clean air, set some clean lap times. Get out far ahead with those fresher tires.
And that's exactly where Colt J. Harvey was. So he's going to try and put himself in a position to gain, 5, maybe more spots during the cycle.
Trying to get himself into the top 10 this 23 machine. Late race putting the wheel under all sorts of pressure. And right up here, right around just outside the top 5, Robbie Keneally leads the trucks back to Jack Coyne, 6th and 10th. 6th place all the way down to Gabe McClenny in 17th is just under 4 seconds. You can just see a solid line like a snake making its way around this historic raceway. Definitely, if you can be the first of your rivals to come in and pit, benefit of those fresher tires and hopefully some clean air.
Got top 10 pitting. Dalton Millum said he's going to be pitting in. Although I think he's a liar.
He's pulling down to the inside there on the backstretch and see what he does. He's coming in. They get it woed up, get it way down to the bottom of the racetrack. He's the first of our top 10 runners to pull the trigger for the final round of green flag pit stops. Colton J. Harvey. See where he ends up cycling through. Might end up ahead of him. Should be.
If he can run fast enough, he definitely will be. But I wonder if that's going to start, triggering the other drivers.
So especially these guys going side by side, just lose the time battling. With left sides going on. Here comes Colton J. Harvey off of turn number 4. There goes Dalton. It'll be close, but I think Dalton will actually have the benefit here. It's going to be extremely close, and he'll stay to the inside. Here comes Colton J. Harvey. He'll take that spot away. Here comes Johnny Avila. Another one of those top 15 runners coming in. Undercut definitely worked. Colton J. Harvey getting ahead of what was a top 10 runner. He was running around the 13th position when he pitted, so he's looking to make up more spots as the rest of the field likes to come down and pit. He's going to have to manage his tires, though, the rest of the run. A battle here for the 4th position. Spencer Kostowicz getting passed by Cody Harris. And now we'll set off after Blake Neer. Avila, 14.7 seconds. A good stop by the Express Esports crew.
Gotta wonder when we're gonna start seeing the rest of the top 5 react. I mean, you're 3 seconds off the leader, 2 seconds if you're Caden Rush. Like, you gotta start thinking of something.
I'm interested to see when these guys just inside the top 10, when do they pull the trigger, because they're still battling away. Winston Johnson under heavy pressure from Tommy Gossett. Does Tommy pull the trigger? Here comes Hunter Johnson. Just outside the top 15, making his final green flag pit stop.
Because I feel like if Tyler Wynn, if he's the first one to make the call, that's kind of like...
pitting from 9th, Matt Kocher, Dalton Collins, so a host of drivers coming in here, lap number 83. Obviously, the longer you stay out on the racetrack, benefit of the fresher tires will be greater towards the end of the race. Gabe McClenny is in, so a lot of the guys just in and around the top 15. Decided now is the time for fresh Goodyear tires.
I think we just got to figure out where the fall off is. Like, I believe we've been on this run for...
You said it.
Yeah, that's the reaction from the top 5, yeah. Like, we're at 40 laps and we're still only 2 seconds behind. If you can stay ahead of Kyler for a good 20 laps, hope that it takes him that long to catch back up to you. Like, it's worth it to try and put yourself in position to be ahead of him.
Okay, here comes Caden Rush. So we expect Kyler Wynn to be in soon. He's got a couple seconds to play with here, though. So if he comes in a lap after Caden, it's okay. Look at the entrance there from Cody Harris. Made up a bunch of time on pit entry. 33 did as well.
I'd have to assume that Kyler's coming in this time by, especially with trying to fight around lap traffic. Just going to slow you up even more. Yeah, he said it in chat, pitting it this time.
Blake Neer will only have the 1 lap advantage on those fresher tires, but they're getting passed by guys way in the back. They came in many laps before them. Avila came in 4 laps ahead of him. He's out and through. Blake Neer getting passed by other guys. Matt Kocher, Robbie Keneally. Definitely some pitch strategy on hand here. Spencer Kostowicz, Tommy Gossett. Gonna run long and hopes for a caution, as is Lane Graves. Wesley Parker, Carson Bowers, John Jenkins, Craig Janzak, also not pitting, but Dalton Millam holds a 1.4 second advantage. He would be your net race leader. Can make it around without issue. Avila with a nice strategy call, though. These guys are going to have to make some passes. Bobby Keneally, Blake Neer, a lot of guys. You're going to have to be battling away. You're going to have to be very careful. Caden Rush, another guy with fresher tires, but not the track position. He's under pressure from Robbie Keneally, who pitted 2 laps before him. They completely shake up the running order here. See what these guys can do in the sprint to the finish. Will be Dalton Millam. Take control of this race. Spencer Kostowicz in, Tommy Gossett in. They'll have fresh stuff till the end. John Jenkins last pitted on lap 46, as did Carson Bowers, but Bowers has had heavy damage. He's just hoping for a caution. Interesting to see what the progress of Blake Neer is. Kyler Wynn. He is 6 seconds off of Dalton Miller.
Is pretty far back. Like, I thought Blake Neer would be a little closer.
He is 7.5 seconds back from Dalton Millam. Came in on lap 77. He'll be the net leader if it ends up cycling through your top 4. Do they pull the trigger? Looks like Lane Graves is coming in this time by Wesley Parker. 7 seconds behind him. What is the 18 elect to do?
He's going to stay out. He's going to take the long one.
Spencer Kostowicz, quickest man on the racetrack. Last came in on lap 86. 29.6. Dalton Miller, 29.4. So he's given up roughly 3/10 to some of these guys. He's got 4.5 seconds on Kyler Wynn. That's the gap he's going to be monitoring over the course of these last 30 laps. .2 for Kyler. A 30.1 for Dalton. So he's given up a lot of time on that last lap. Potentially trying to save for when he gets here. It's going to be a hard track to pass at. Spencer, quickest truck on the track now, goes quicker again. Some guys with fresher tires start to navigate their way through.
Kyler's caught up to the back of Colton J. Harvey.
Let's see here. Colton J. Harvey pitted on lap 74. He's definitely holding up the 12 machine right now. He's got that extra grip, moves to the inside, and gets the run off the turn 2. Not a whole lot Colton could have done there.
Yeah, Kyler's been a second faster each lap. Just, that's not a fight that you're going to be able to win.
Interested in the progress of guys like Tommy Gossett, though, who gave up a lot of time for being some of the last cars to pit. Only 2 now left, and that's Wesley Parker and Carson Bowers. They went a couple extra laps, came down on some cautions and topped off, so they can go a little bit longer. Let's take a quick look here. The pitch strategy of your top 9. Dimitri Y, very loose up turn number 4. That's going to slow up Cody Harris. 31 is just not in a good place right now. Guys are scattering all over him. It's a kind of a mixed bag there. How long guys left to go? Wesley Parker's done 51 laps. Bowers has been on his set of tires for 47. Millam 16 laps. 19 laps for Colton J. Harvey. Jenkins hasn't pitted either.
An hour into the stream. He said, turn the trucks down or turn yourself up.
How are you going to tell me that now?
That's what I just said.
Everyone else said he could over the course of an hour. You insist.
Cody Porter's too focused on his trucks to say anything anyway. There goes Kyler, went around Dalton Millam.
Turn him down just a little bit then. For Corbin Simmons. 26 laps to go. Kyler Wynn to the top spot. Pulling away. Dalton Millam. Hayden Rush. Lap 84 getting around Colton J. Harvey. It's a topsy-turvy grid right now. Guys battle away here on differing strategies, trying the undercut, the overcut. Spencer Kostowicz has the freshest tires in the field. Lap 86. Kyler wins 6 seconds behind Wesley Parker. 17 continues his charge. The 2 of Tyler Groff was the first man to pull the trigger, and he's suffering the consequences here late. On outside of the top 10. Johnny Avila getting passed by the 33 of Loardo Lamperti.
And Colton J. Harvey losing a spot. I believe that's to
Robbie Keneally. Dalton Millam under pressure from Carson Bowers. Or actually, he's passing Carson Bowers, who still is yet to pit. 28 of Colton Harvey now dropping back. 24 does not make it 3 wide, so appreciate that. There's a lot of battles going on, not really competitive though, as guys are falling by the wayside on older tires. Here comes the 6 machine of Austin Johnson past Colton. Kyler Wynn 2.7 seconds behind Wesley Parker, who last pitted on lap 42. He has been out there quite a while on this set of tires. His last lap, 31.4. Last lap for Kyler Wynn, a 29.96. No contest. Goes to 22 to unlap himself. Ty Severa did not get the cautions he needed late. Looking outside of a top 25 finish here. Here comes Kyler Wynn to take back the lead of the race. 1 second and rapidly closing.
There's no way that Wesley Parker can make it to the end, right?
No feasible shot. He's just hoping for a caution.
Cody, if you're listening, tell me if there's a shot. No, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, no shot.
Because it seems like this is so long to wait to come down and take your last set of tires.
Caden Rush was Kyler Wynn's competition earlier. Now it's 4.5 seconds. This is all the Kyler Wynn show right now.
I don't think anyone picked him.
As the 31 has
name.
finally crashed, the ultimate commentator's curse. Talking him up earlier, saying he was doing a decent job in his 3rd split debut, and then the rails kind of fell off. Like he's calling it a night, so that'll be 29th through 33rd out of tonight's race. And there you have it. Wesley Parker finally on for his final stop, so that'll complete the cycle of green flag pit stops. With 19 laps to go. He'll have the freshest tires, but he'll be a ways back from everybody else. Try and charge up through the field late and salvage the top 20 out of this race. A whole lap to do it.
You got a whole lap and 20 laps, not even.
Austin Johnson and Robbie Keneally going at each other. Michael Venable trying to get past Johnny Avila here on the fresh tires. Avila fights it hard, though. 6-lap difference on tires there. Avila doing a nice job trying to hang on to the top 15. It's the run down the back straightaway. Here goes Robbie Keneally and Austin Johnson again. Keneally goes to the high side. Defending with 3-lap older tires. Johnson, the aggressor, trying to get by. They switch lanes, and Keneally will let him go. Jack Coyne wanted a piece of that action as well. He is on the same tire strategy as Keneally, so I think keen to let him by. The battle for third has now arrived as Kostowicz arrives on those fresher tires.
He's more than arrived at this point.
He is through. Blake Neer will be the next up with the fresher tires. Hey, well, this might not be a bad strategy, though. Dalton's got 3 seconds with 16 laps to go to that 9th position where he came from. So if he can hang on here, maybe even get 8th place, it's a net gain for this 16 truck.
I mean, he could potentially finish even higher than that.
Got a lot of hungry trucks behind him, though.
I mean, they have to get around each other, then get around him.
Late race caution would obviously change everything, as there's still numerous battles on track here. Johnny Avila eventually did get passed by Michael Venable.
Spencer Kostowicz will catch Caden Rush at the pace that they're going.
He's got 2-lap fresher tires. 6.5 tenths quicker last time by than Caden Rush. Only 1.1 seconds ahead. The battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Matt Kocher, your big mover here this evening, up 25 spots. Make it 24 as Cody Harris goes on by. Nevertheless, there's a 16 into the wall. That's going to hurt his progress on trying to secure the top 10. Tires starting to fade away, and he'll lose probably 2 spots this very corner. Back to 7th.
It's not helping whenever you got to sit there and fight for every inch that you can to just make people work for it to get around you.
Austin Johnson looking at that battle ahead and says, I want to pick up 2 more spots. I'll set it up in there. Contact almost between Matt Kocher and Dalton
Not
Millam.
almost. They were touching there in the entrance in the corner. Millam having to back out of it. I don't think he wants any problems.
Here comes Austin Johnson with that run out of turn number 2. He'll pick up a spot, no contest.
And there's a little bit of a contest.
Millam unable to get the traction out of the corners.
I thought he was going to get onto his left rear.
Gabe McClenny trying to find a way around Hunter Johnson here late, just inside the top 20. And the machine will fall back in line, though. Kostowicz is catching Caden Rush ever more. Gap is now 0.6 of a second.
And he gains a 10th on him about every lap. This might be our big battle coming to the end of the race.
He's got all the encouragement he needs when he can see that one truck right out his front windshield. Gets bigger and bigger. Another 0.5 tenth through 1 and 2 there. Looks like Caden's a little bit loose off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, closes in inside of 5 tenths. And see what he can do on the turn 3 side of the speedway. Caden with an aggressive entrance, but Spencer quicker on the exit. Another 10th gained here this lap. What a great run off for turn number 4. Another 10.5 quicker that time by. He's making up a ton of time in 3 and 4 parts of the racetrack. There's Robbie Keneally trying to get by Dalton Millam as well. So a lot of battles still in the top 10 to be decided here in the last 10 laps of the race.
So what you're saying is that final lap is going to be a real fun one when we got to sit there and switch through cameras for every battle coming to the line.
Harris is charging on Blake Neer, your pole sitter here this evening. He's a 10th back, and Spencer Kostowicz is 2 tenths back on Caden Rush. But when it's this late in the game, I think you just want to let anyone by. But what do the tires have to say about it? 2 laps fresher for Spencer. Caden headed on lap 84. Spencer on lap 86. This will kind of give you a good Idea 85 for Win, 84 for Rush, Kostowicz, and you can see there Dalton Millam just trying to hang on with the oldest tires inside the top 9.
I mean, the guys behind him aren't running that much faster than him.
It looks like the tires have kind of stabled out. The advantage that Keneally had is now gone. Tommy Gossett actually put it on lap 86 as well, so he's charging late. He'll get around Keneally. Gossett might be one to watch here late. He has got 3 cars 1.5 seconds ahead of him with 7 laps to go. Here's the battle for second. Here's the battle for fourth. Caden Rush trying to hang on as we approach 6 laps to go, but Spencer making a move to the inside in the 25. Side by side through turn number 3.
Do you have to like try and figure out what that battle was for?
I clicked on the wrong truck. I was like, wait a minute.
I was like, there's no way this man doesn't know what fourth is.
There's no battle here. But definitely the battle for second is here, and looks like Caden will eventually just have to yield. Blake Neer defending his position from Cody Harris. This is for fourth. Dalton Millam under pressure. Tommy Gossett got around him, and he is charging late with 6 laps to go into the top 10.
He was slower last time by, but that was also while trying to make passes.
Wesley Parker put it on lap 100. He's got the freshest tires in the field. He's the quickest man on track, but he's multiple laps behind. Kyler Wynn coming to 4 laps to go. Got 6.5 seconds to play with. Cody Harris still trying to find a way around for 4th. He's having a peek to the inside. He'll fall back into line, though, further back. A lot of guys trying to secure a top 10. Here comes Wesley Parker on those fresh tires. Throwing a branch into the mix for these guys is Jack Coyne. The 19 to Timmy Paccioli, not for position. Ty Severa has caught the 15 of Andrew Fayash, and he'll make a move to the inside. That'll give him an extra point late in the early going. Late in the going. So Cody Harris was able to get by. Take a look at how he did it. Down the front stretch, Blake Neer on that high side. Doesn't yield, but 24 just goes down there and takes it. Kyler Wynn coming 2 laps to go. Spencer Kostowicz a little bit quicker, but will run out of time far before he gets to the back number of the 12 machine. Got 1 lapped car ahead of him.
Not seeing a whole lot of battles.
It is Craig Janzak. We expect him to stay out of the way. He approaches the white flag. We will not lead any of our green and white checkered attempts here this evening. How about Kyler Wynn from 15th on the grid? Doesn't look like he has a scratch on that truck. He clears the 1 lap truck ahead of him. Off of turn number 4. And heads to the white flag. Race is official. 5.5 seconds, just backing it down, being very easy with it. Wants to bring that car home in one piece. 1 and 2 for the final time. Perfect.
Yeah, I don't think there are not a lot of trucks near each other on this final lap.
Definitely the long run speed proving crucial here tonight, and it was Kyler Wynn who had it. Added turn number 4 for the final time. A spotless car and a perfect performance will see him take home the win here this evening. Kostowicz comes home 2nd. He started 4th. Caden Rush started 3rd. He'll finish 3rd. Cody Harris 4th, and Blake Neer 5th. Tommy Gossett comes home 8th after a late charge.
Yeah, what a race to get that one. You know, I was going to say 1 caution, but that caution that then got another quick caution to then go green to the end.
So 2 cautions over 120 laps, both coming lap 40 and 45. Cautions breeding cautions, and then nothing the rest of the way. Congratulations to Kyler Wynn, the team driver. See you there on the left front. And on the deck lid, the team. Be pleased with his performance here this evening. As he'll now burn it down. Pretty good race for Darlington. Made some moves, had some crashes and some controversy, some chippiness. And I think the quickest truck over the course of the long run won it, so you don't have any complaints there.
Trying to have talks with, the drivers that we know. Tell them to, cool it down, see if they want to try and get a little talk in here.
Yeah, but tough night for our boys. Johnny Avila, he had some solid speed, but got caught up in that second caution. Tyler Davala, kind of a human pinball here this evening. Comes home 28th.
He said they're good. So if we want to, we can go get a word.
Let's go get a word from our third split heroes. Colton J. Harvey as well. He had the best night. He's finished 17th, up 13 spots. Good. Yep, we could talk. All right, cool. Here with Johnny Avila, Colton J. Harvey, and Tyler Davala battling it out here in the third split tonight. You guys look pretty good on the long run, Johnny especially. I just know you got caught up in that second caution. Tyler, you never really got to get out of the starting blocks with contact early on with Wesley Parker. And Colton, you ran a pretty consistent race, had some decent speed, and we're up 13 spots from your starting position. What did you guys see out there tonight?
It was just a lot of hard racing. I guess with it being the end of the season, there isn't a lot of giving; it's a lot of taking. But it's part of the deal, right? Everybody's out here trying to do the best they can, and sometimes situations get a little tricky.
So that second one, obviously cautions, breeding cautions after the lap 40 caution, and then obviously just nowhere to go there for you as they kind of got loose in front of you and kind of bounced off the wall.
Yep.
But nevertheless, you showed great long run speed, racing your way up to the top 10. It's definitely some positives to take away from tonight for sure.
Yeah, I got to just give a big shout out to the whole team. We've been working really well together, trying some stuff out. It's just been great organization and teamwork all around. We had a great setup. I'm very interested to see how my teammates did in the other splits. But I'm proud of the work that everybody put in for this race. Definitely a great job by everybody.
Absolutely. We missed you tonight, Petey.
Yeah, what's up, my homie?
Colton, what are your thoughts on tonight? Obviously, you made a bunch of passes, were able to get up 13 spots from where you started. What did you see out there?
It was the same thing. It was just a lot of taking, no giving, people racing for 29th. That's just the way it is at the end of the season. But had to slow up there at the beginning of the race to miss a lot of chaos. And that set us back. We caught back up with the caution, missed the wreck, which was great. Then just got on the bad end of the pit strategy. I was hoping a caution would come out. That was really my only hope to get a top 10, I think. But all in all, it was a great truck. We worked really hard this week. And shout out to the team. We did work really, really good together, trying to figure out how to get every little tenth we could. It was a fun week for sure.
So in Tyler Davala, I know you've only made limited appearances in our third split here. I believe you made your debut. I think it was either last race, or the week before that. But didn't really, like I said, didn't have a chance to get out of the starting block. Contact early with Wesley Parker, and then Brad Newman as well. I saw you guys going at it. What happened out this evening?
Yeah, just kind of been the story of my year. Like you said, didn't even really get to a start. I think it was like lap 5 that Wesley just fenced us, and then it was basically killed. And then we got it fixed, and stayed on that lead lap. We're working our way forward a little bit, just trying to survive, and then Brad just ran us over. He hit us so many times we hit the instant limit.
Oh wow! Oh
So
jeez.
that was
Yeah, that'll do it.
that was an interesting night for sure. probably puts us out of the points, but we'll go to Charlotte and try and get a win.
Really. Cody Porter, are you here? I know you do a lot of behind the scenes. What was your take on Darlington night?
Yes, sir. Just Darlington. That's the way it is. You got to survive, and we halfway survived. But we move on to Charlotte. We'll build a baller set, and we'll go try to win that one.
Absolutely. Well, always a pleasure, fellas. Love watching y'all race, and looking forward to seeing y'all back in action at Charlotte in 2 weeks.
Buddy, thank you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
All right, the Express Esports boys putting in a solid night's work for what they had. Definitely had the long run speed down again, I feel like. But just circumstances out of their control. Obviously, next week is the final race in round number 1. Top 70 will be determined from there. All right, your final thoughts on a thrilling race here tonight in Darlington.
Man, I just can't get over how much I love when we go green flag racing. Just seeing a full green flag like pit cycle like completed is fantastic on iRacing.
Yeah, the pitch strategy was crazy. We had a mixed up grid, guys having to work their way through, and Dalton Millam ended up finishing in 9th on those older tires, so didn't actually lose anything. But Kyler Wynn, dominant performance second half of the race. 5.7 seconds over Spencer Kostowicz. My picks to win came home 3rd, so we didn't actually manage to jinx him too bad.
Mine only moved up 1 position, Austin G. Johnson.
Take a 7.
I think the one who got the worst of it was Corbin's.
Ty Severa ends up in the 26th position. So Corbin, you're not allowed to pick anyone. Going through the rest of the race results, 19 trucks finished on the lead lap, all the way down to Hunter Johnson, Wesley Parker. First truck 1 lap down. Interesting nights for Tyler Davala, Andrew Fayash, Ty Severa, Timmy Pacioli. And we saw what happened to Dimitri Y, Brad Newman, Rocky Boyd, Garrison Hogan, and then Isaac Gahn pulled off and left. Those are your official race results.
Guess I'll give, one final shout out to the person who was trying to distract me the entire race, but I think I did a good job.
I did a solid job. Tomorrow night, 9 Eastern, we make our debut at the Rod Car feature race, 87s at Talladega. We've been doing the truck tour for a couple of months now. Got promoted to the feature side of things. Calling the main race there. I see a lot of guys, a lot of powerhouse names, some Coke Series drivers, some Contender Series drivers, and just your all-around fan favorites. So excited to call all the action tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be calling the rest of the future race action for the conclusion of this year. So looking forward to all that. Then back this Monday night, Xfinity Racing Series, race number 2 of the round of 12, as they head off to do battle at the Talladega Super Speedway. Got some good stuff coming up. Dega and then Dega. Can never complain about too much Talladega. Looking forward to all the on-track action. Be sure to hit that follow button to not miss a second of the on-track action from your favorite drivers. We will see you back here tomorrow night, 9 Eastern. Y'all take care. Stay safe. We'll see you tomorrow night.